he's going to make a return to the ring at some point this year. Spoke to Eddie Hearn yesterday and asked him if Joshua is an option for Wilder this year. He said yes. I mean, what do you think of that? As obviously Joshua coming off the back of the Dubois loss, Wilder coming off the back of getting beat by Zhang actually in his last fight.
I think all these businessmen need to go and shut up and sit back. Yeah. And Joshua's got a pair of balls because he's proved himself. Go an even bigger pair and get back in the Dubois. Stop fucking around. Stop going around the areas off like Wilder. It's a big money racket. Listen, I'm into boxing. I'm not into business, giving out business awards. Yeah? That's a fabulous business opportunity. It's not worth a wank as boxing with what I look at. So there's a difference. It's a good difference. So who are we giving a medal to? Eddie and Frank Warren or the boxer? So Joshua wants to make a move, prove himself the best, and be a three-time world champion. He's got to take the fight where he's been badly beat up and stopped. So that's the fight I want. So if you want to go down in history, create your legacy, do yourself a favor, get in and have the fight. That's it. That's my opinion. And if you get cleaned out, you've made hundreds of millions. Great. If you don't get cleaned out and you win it, look at the kudos you've got there. Why go around the houses? He's not somebody who's 23 years of age. And, you can see he needs to build his confidence back up. If he hasn't got confidence and the right minerals now, what's another fight going around the houses going to do? So it's going to make a load more money and the public are going to get conned, aren't they? Or they won't get conned and it'll be a great fight, but to me, it's not. I think that credibility doesn't take him anywhere beating Wilder. Parker's already beat Wilder. Who else has been Wilder?
Bang.
Zhang's been Wilder. So what's the Joshua Wing going to do there?
And there is Peter Fury giving his opinion on Anthony Joshua. Stop effing around, fight Danny Dubois, make more money, and attempt to be a three-time champion. Deontay Wilder don't matter because he's been beat by Zhang, which Joshua beat and knocked down in the amateurs. And he's been beat by Joseph Parker, which AJ already beat. So why fight Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder? Go for the gusto and take on the young, hungry lion, Danny Dubois. Now let me counterpunch. Peter Fury makes a lot of sense. I think Peter wants more of the legacy than anything else, because that's how he thinks. And if you're AJ, AJ always talked about the belts. He always wanted to be a three-time champion of any way or any, kind of result. But he came up short, okay? He got beat by Danny Dubois. And that's more of the reason why Peter wants him to go in there. And Peter wants that based off the fact that, that's the thing you got to do. And on top of that, that's what he's been doing. If he gets beat by someone, because that Andy Ruiz loss was bad. I mean, he got dropped 4 times and he embarrassed himself in Madison Square Garden. These guys sold out in 2 hours. Actually, it was him and Jarrell Miller, to be fair. But that fight was sold out in 2 hours. Okay. So he broke a record coming to New York and then getting beat that way. That was a worse because it was that big of an upset, which Danny Dubois was an upset as well. But a lot of people had Daniel possibly winning with the puncher's chance. It wasn't like out of the question that he would win. But Peter's saying go for it. And I understand why he's saying that. My counter to Peter is, though, if you're going to make more money fighting Deontay Wilder, fight Deontay Wilder. Since you may need a confidence booster, then fight Danny Dubois. You know what I mean? But all of that, none of this matters if Joseph Parker upsets Danny Dubois on the 22nd of the month. None of it matters. Anyway, so, him wanting AJ to do that, yeah, I think it's stern. I think it's something that is coming from a true traveler, the hard road, right? And the hard road is Danny Dubois. And you should go and run back into the fire since you were almost burnt to a crisp last time. You know, that fire's hot, and Danny Dubois will be coming. But I think he can do better in that fight. Peter thinks a lot like me. Like, listen, go for that fight. You know, those guys like Tyson Fury, like Deontay Wilder, once upon a time, they had a pact to freeze out Anthony Joshua anyway. So those fights weren't going to happen, I don't think, back in the day based on the pact that those two had. So it was slim to none that those fights were going to take place because, you know, $100 million, if you turn that down, you must be a true moron. So, you know what I mean? And you have to be a true moron not to see that other people are idiots for telling you not to take it. You know, so it wasn't going to happen anyway. So that being said, Danny Dubois is a guy that wanted to prove that he is better than his last couple performances against Lerena and Usyk, you know what I mean, and Joyce. So he wanted to show people like, hey, I'm still around. I'm the new kid on the block. I ain't really never went nowhere. I just started so long ago. You know, and I think that's the war ahead of him, and I think that's something that he must face instead of back up and walk away from. But you guys tell me what you think of Peter Fury stating that Anthony Joshua should stop messing around, effing around, and get back in the ring with Danny Dubois to show that he still has it at age 35 years of age. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.